I played fullback and I played outside linebacker.
When'd you stop playing?
I stopped playing in high school. I played 1 year and then I quit because it was like football, hang out with Dr. Dre. Football, hang out with Dr. Dre. I mean, this football.
How'd that turn out? That turned out okay?
I think it turned out all right. Welcome to Games with Names. I'm Julian Edelman. There's Kyler. Jack's on Riverside. And we're on a mission to find the greatest game of all time. And on today's episode, we are covering Super Bowl 18 with rap legend, founder of the Big Three, and president of the Raider Nation, Ice Cube, in the Nuthouse. And we get into talking when he fell in love with the Raiders.
A year or so later, found out they was coming to L.A. and I lost my
Just so happened.
Lost my
His thoughts on Tom Brady, new owner?
What I'm going to tell him, don't it up.
Exactly. That's a Raider move right there. And then why he stopped playing football.
You had to be a quick motherfucker to be out there playing in the pros, man.
And then we hit the hotline in this week's Chill Zone, presented by Coors Light. You got to stick around to the end. Games with Names, a production of iHeartRadio. January 22nd, 1984. Tampa Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Super Bowl 18.
The silver and black versus the defending chumps.
It's the All Raiders.
This is Super Bowl 18. Silver and black beat down.
Ice Cube version. Welcome to Games with Names. Today we are looking at Super Bowl 18. Raiders versus Redskins with the one and only president of Raiders Nation. Is it the president?
Come on, man. You got to get it right, man.
President of the Raiders Nation?
Yeah, you got to get it right.
President of the Raiders Nation, Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Nuthouse.
It's Raider Nation.
Raider
Thank
Nation.
you. I'm here.
Raider
Appreciate
Nation.
you.
What was that electoral college process like to get elected president of the Raider Nation?
Yeah.
Hey, they just kinged me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no process.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know?
That's what I'm talking about.
They just kinged me. I just, gladly accept it.
Hey, in one sentence, why did you pick Super Bowl 18?
It was magical for me. Everything came together that day. LA had a team to me that represented the LA I knew. Before the Rams won a few years back, this was the only LA Super Bowl, winning Super Bowl team that we've had. I had just became a Raider fan really a few years before, on their way to beat the Eagles in Super Bowl in 1980. But they were Oakland.
Yeah.
Here they Los Angeles, and it was just kind of the best day to be a Raider fan.
Is it the
I'm
greatest?
still chasing that.
Is it the greatest game of all time?
In my eye, it was the greatest game of all time as far as a Raider game for me.
Well, we ask every guest.
Yeah, I mean, there's closer games, there's other back and forth, but as a Raider, this was the perfect game. It was the best game I ever seen them play.
Awesome. And we're going to jump into it. But what's life looking like these days, Cube? I call you Cube, right? Cube?
Yeah, call me Cube.
You never know. Like, you don't ever want to, step on a guy that you've loved since you were a fucking kid. And now you're in the same room with them and you got to talk to him. Do I call him Mr. Cube?
Just be
Mr.
cool.
Cube, Ice? Just be cool.
I haven't moved to Mr. Cube yet. It's coming, but right now it's just Cube. Mr. Cube, in a few more years, I'll be Mr. Cube.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, what's life looking like these days?
Everything's great, man. Life is but a dream, it's lovely. I can't complain, I wouldn't rather be nobody else but me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, we had O'Shea on, your son,
Yeah.
and boy, first off, he's awesome. And he told us the story of when you took him out of school and you brought him to lunch with The Rock.
Oh, yeah.
It went crazy. Everyone loved that story. It was amazing.
I mean, parents should do that for their kids, man. Just go get them out of school and take them somewhere cool.
Yeah.
Create a memory for life. It don't get no better for a kid than that. Like, you in school, you thinking, I gotta rot in this damn school for another whatever many hours.
That's how we all think.
And your parents are at the office ready to take you home. So that's the greatest thing ever anyway.
That's like a Ferris Bueller shit.
I get to go home. Later, bums. I'm out of here. You know, you grab it on your shit.
Hell yeah.
So fast. You know what I'm saying?
Excited.
Like, bow. You know what I mean? Tell me
Walking by the rooms.
Yeah, you like
Walking by
laughing
the
at
rooms.
everybody. Yeah. You gone. So to not only get him, but then take him to a place like a meeting with The Rock, which I knew was his favorite person in the world besides me and his mama. So I just wanted to give him one of those great memories. And it was because he's on podcast talking about it.
Man.
It works.
He's a Rams fan?
He's a Rams fan.
How do you feel about that?
Bonafide. How I feel about it?
Yeah.
Well, you know, he's his own man. You know,
It's a good president.
you got to take the bitter with the sweet.
That's a good president.
You know, he's his own man. Long as we don't play in the Super Bowl, we won't have no problems.
Ooh, that'd be a fun. That'd be a fun Super
That
Bowl.
would not be fun for somebody.
It wouldn't. Ooh. Take us through the big three. We're going into our 8th season. We were just
Man.
talking about it before the show. I said, you cannot not be a fan of it because you have you got household names that we all grew up watching, playing
Yes.
it with new talent in a time where sports are kind of dead right now. Like nobody,
Yes.
ain't nobody watching baseball until you go to, like we all watch baseball when you go to the game, you want to enjoy the day at the game.
I mean, postseason baseball is great.
Amazing. That's October, though.
Yeah.
That's October.
Yeah.
You guys hit it perfect by putting it where you put it. How's it doing right now? How are we excited for this season coming in?
Doing great. You know, our ratings are amazing. You know, we're on CBS and Vice TV. We up 29% more than we were last year.
Ratings
so,
up.
Yeah, so that's incredible. You know, like 580,000 people. That's just, you know, the people that they're monitoring. But you look at all the other people that they don't monitor, and you start to see how many people are really into the game. The names you know playing the game you love the right way.
The right
You know
way.
what I mean? The right way, which is the most important. You know, we play the game the right way. You know, fast, physical,
Defense and offense.
defense, trash talking, let players be themselves, and, you know, not kind of confine them to being robots, you know, because people getting tired of emotionalist sports. You know what I mean? We want the fury back in. And that's what's happening in the big three going into our, you know, third game this year. And we did pick the sweet spot. You know, we saw it's a void in the industry because after the finals, NBA, I would hibernate up until
Football.
week 1 of football, you know, like a bear and shit. You know what I'm saying? I just wouldn't come out when sports didn't matter until then. And now we got a season that we can put in there, you know, 10 weeks of fury. Every game matter like in the NFL.
Hell yeah.
And, you know, we look forward to every week seeing them battle.
And it's fun because it's 3-on-3.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Everyone plays 3-on-3 basketball. I played in a Hoop It Up contest back in 1993 in Oakland Coliseum in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Remember all Hoop It Up?
Yeah.
Like, that was fun, and everyone can relate to that. And it's fun seeing Dwight Howard this year playing
Seven-footers.
in a freaking 3-on-3.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like straight white man can't jump shit, right? You know what I mean? Like, this is fun basketball.
Yes.
The only thing that got me hot is this whole World Olympics shit where they make it such a hard process for your guys to actually get into
the
be able
Olympics.
to qualify as a team, right?
Yeah,
What's that beef?
Well, FIBA, they've been running, they've been running basketball for a long time worldwide. USA Basketball and FIBA are real close. FIBA has a 3-on-3 league, but it's FIBA, so it's amateur basketball. And so they want our pros to go through the trial process. They got to qualify and play so many games. But
they make it impossible.
But they don't do that for the NBA guys. You know what I'm saying? So we're saying we're the pro version of the sport. We got the best 3-on-3 league in the world, and it's not even close. And our guys should be able to qualify just on that merit, just by being able to play in the Big Three. And we should put the best players on the court
1,000%.
to win without all these technicalities.
I 1,000% agree, which I think football is going to run into this with the Olympics and the 7-on-7 semi.
You mean with the flag?
The flag.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to run into these issues.
No?
I think they're going to treat it just like they would treat the NBA players playing in the Olympics. They don't make them qualify.
They don't?
They just put a team together.
What about the flag football people?
What about them?
They have a world league that they compete in regularly, very similar to like the FIBA stuff.
But haven't you heard? The NFL is going to start a professional flag league.
Didn't hear. Should I have heard this? You think I would know this?
Yes, the NFL is going to start a professional flag league, and they're going to be the standard, not the Olympics.
I think Big Three should be the standard. And is that offer still stand with Caitlin Clark? Are we getting her in there or what?
No, I think we moved on. The offer was right for the time. Her agents hated on it. They didn't let us talk to her family. So we never really got a chance to kind of plead our case on why we thought it would work. And she would be able to play in the WNBA with our offer too. So she'd have been able to play in both leagues if she was able to, handle that. So, but we feel like that ship has sailed. It's already gone.
And we're focused on this year.
We're focused on the big names we got, like Dwight Howard and Lance Stevenson.
Let's go.
Michael Beasley, Joe Johnson, Montrezl Harrell, Corey Brewer.
What's the dream lineup for you? Big Three lineup. What's the dream in like 2 years? Give me something.
2 years?
5 years. 5 years, what's your dream lineup?
Oh, man. Steph, LeBron, KD.
Steph, LeBron, KD.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that lineup.
Yeah.
Man, would they not allow? So let's paint this picture.
Mm-hmm.
Steph, LeBron, KD are in the Big Three in this hypothetical world. The Olympics come around again, and they're going to say no to them.
Thank you.
Are they going to say no to them?
Come on now.
I don't know.
Come on now.
Let's jump into your sports fandom. So we know you're the president of the Raiders Club. What other
Raider
sports?
Nation.
Raiders Nation.
Not Raiders.
Raider
Nation.
Raider Nation.
Thank you, man.
My bad,
Come on.
my bad, Q.
Jules.
My bad. Not a name guy, dude. I'm really bad. I got hit in the head for a living, bro. I got hit in the head for a living.
All right. That's what you always say.
You
You probably say that all the time. I got hit in the head for a living, y'all. I got,
It's once a show.
that shit ain't going to work. It only works so far, man. You know what I mean?
Take us to the sports fandom of LA. You love the Raiders. What are the other teams you support here in LA?
The Lakers, of course.
Lake Show.
The Dodgers, the Kings.
Man, they're all kind of good right now.
Yeah, both of the soccer squads, and hey, I'm pretty much, some of the other teams like the Chargers, they can go back to San Diego. Please.
I love for
Somebody
Herbert.
take them.
Harbaugh.
I feel bad for San
Who
Diego.
need a team? Yeah, I do feel bad for San Diego.
I feel bad for
man.
San Diego because they loved
They
them.
lost everybody, and hopefully the Padres stay there.
Yeah.
Padres do not bring your ass to Los Angeles. Damn. So, those are my squads. Yeah, they all give you something to cheer about.
Yeah, they do. I mean, did you had to feel something with this new transaction with the Bus family selling the team? Because, I mean, they're such a huge part of the Lakers. What do you feel when you heard that news? Are you excited? You got to be excited because it's not mom and pop anymore, but it's also kind of part of the legacy of the Lakers.
Man, I like the Bus family.
Yeah.
They did great by L.A. with the team. I'm happy for them that they cashed out. I think, somebody come with $10 billion, man, to buy a damn team. Like, it's not that many people in the world with that kind of money, so you got to cash out.
Gotta.
Where you going to find somebody with $20 billion that want to put it on a team? Like, how long are you going to make the valuation go up? So they did the right thing at the right time. Kind of sad that it's not, Jenny's not going to be the, final say. I think she did a great job, and her father. And so we'll see. The new owners they winners too.
Yeah.
They brought, winning baseball to the Dodgers. It looked like the Commanders are going to be pretty good, and they got a nice quarterback. And
Daniels, he's a fucking
he's
beast. That's the best rookie quarterback season of all time.
So, as long as they bring winning basketball, they're going to get welcomed with open arms.
Hell yeah. When did you start following the Lakers?
Oh, man, real young, probably before I can even remember. It was like the Lakers was always on in my house.
Always.
From Wilt to Kareem. It was always on. And then when we got Magic is when I turned all the way up.
Turned all the way.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the height. I mean, that's when basketball really got saved.
Yes.
Because of Magic and Larry.
Yeah,
that whole East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah. I remember my brother CJ, he's 9 years older than me. So I never really watched college basketball. I was 9, 7, 9, 10 years old. And he was like, you got to watch tonight. You got to watch tonight. So what? You got to see this. There's a player named Magic Johnson. So the word magic made me think magic. I'm 9 years old. I'm thinking, damn, he going to pull a rabbit out his hat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to watch this shit. And then he was playing against a bird. You know what I mean? Some dude named Bird. So I'm like, damn. I never heard of a person named Bird. So this is going to be, a trip. So I watched it. And, it's Indiana, Michigan State. I don't know. My brother happy, I'm happy Magic won because he had the cooler name. And then my brother come a few months later saying, guess who we got on our team? As a Laker. I'm like, who? Magic Johnson.
Wow.
It's like, okay, now I'm all the way, turned on to the game, and just became the biggest Magic Johnson fan.
Man.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. How many championship games have you been to? Have you been to a lot of these LA championships? I mean, you've been in the scene now for fucking ever.
Yeah, I've been to a few, like in the late 80s, we were so deep into the music, early 90s, so deep into the music. So, like when the Lakers started winning again in the 2000s, I was there. I wasn't really there for Showtime because, I was doing my thing. I was real young. We was broke. We couldn't get into the Forum.
Yeah.
And we wasn't known yet. But by the time we got Shaq and Kobe, I was there and, loved every minute of it. And then saw the Kings win a couple of them.
The great one.
Yeah.
Now you got Ohtani.
Yeah, now we got Ohtani, watching the Dodgers win.
Oh.
I used to watch them win at home on TV, but, being there with the Dodgers and the Yankees last year was just, as a fan, it don't get no better to be, in that position to be able to perform and just be part of the whole celebration.
That was fun. I went to a game. I went to one of these Dodgers games. Diehard Niners or Giants fan.
Yeah. That don't make you a bad guy.
It does now, but I mean
Other stuff does.
Though I think did you open up the game? I was at the game or something. You came up on like a car or something.
Yeah. Do you remember you was at the game?
Or did I see that?
You saw that.
Yeah, if you went recently, he did the home opener.
Yeah. I brought the trophy.
Yeah.
That
That
was
is
sick.
the cool thing about LA. You guys stayed tapped into the LA vibe always.
Yeah. It's
Even like that Super Bowl when we had the Super Bowl, you guys all went out. Like LA's got a cool thing with that.
LA is it's a proud city with a lot of different flavors. It's just not just this one flavor. It's all kind of different. Cultural vividness out here. So it's cool that we get to show it in many different ways.
What's your Mount Rushmore of LA athletes?
Wow, I would say Magic.
Okay, you got Magic.
I would say Marcus Allen.
Marcus Allen,
big game. This game.
big game.
In baseball, wow, man, baseball, that's a hard one. So hockey, come on, Wayne Gretzky.
Easy.
Yeah, that's a pretty good Mount Rushmore.
Baseball, let me go with Fernando Valenzuela. Yeah.
That's a good.
Hell yeah.
If you think about it, that's pretty damn good in all sports.
All champions.
It's a hard question for LA too, because you can even include USC and like all those teams.
That's why I got Marcus Allen in there, because
he'd both
for what he did for USC, and he didn't win. He never played for the Oakland Raiders. He only played for the LA Raiders.
It's sad. Isn't there like a beef between him and the Raiders though?
It was.
There was. Did they clean that?
They cleaned that up. I saw him, last season or season before last at a Raider game. He and Mark's booth, so I mean, it's pretty cool.
It's good to have that, because
it is.
You don't want none of that. He's
I interviewed Al Davis. I was the last person to interview him.
Did you?
I did a 30 for 30 call.
I seen it.
Straight out of LA.
I've seen it.
And I did the last interview.
I didn't know that was last though.
Last interview, I got a chance to ask him about it.
And I remember that because I've been watching.
Yeah, he was like, I don't want to talk about it. I'm not going to mention that. We're not going to go into that. I would say, I'm just trying to be a good motherfucking reporter, man. Like, this is what the good ones would ask. So I'm going to ask it. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's integrity of the art.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to go all the way with this shit.
He OG'd it, said, nah, we're good.
He vetoed it, but I had to ask.
How'd you become a Raiders fan?
Well, I think it was, watching them in that 1980s season. Yeah, I was able to really clock the game better than ever. It's like once you get like 10, you start to be able to clock the sports the right way. You're just not happy for whoever win. And I like their style. I like my favorite Raiders, they both wear the same number. It's Marcus Allen and it's Jack Tatum. And I used to just love how vicious they were playing the game and how they just seemed like they didn't give a fuck. And, the best colors in sports, the best logo in sports, best name, shit. The Raiders for a football team is a great name. So it all just came together. And then they ended up winning the Super Bowl. I didn't think they was going to win. That Ron Jaworski Eagle team was pretty formative, and so, they just played the perfect game that day, a great game. Kenny King was amazing.
80-yard touchdown reception.
Yeah, and so I locked in, I was like, yo, This is my favorite team. And a year or so later, found out they was coming to L.A. and I lost my shit.
Just so happened.
Lost my shit. Yeah, I was like, damn, man, I love this team. And they came, to the Coliseum. We was able to see the games, and it was just great.
That's like a dream come true. Like, what, you 12?
About 12, 13.
Wow.
I mean, that's
Perfect.
literally at the peak of when you're a fan of the game.
Yes.
Like when you fall in love, you're playing the game in the streets.
Yeah.
You're following. You can understand it a little. You know the names.
Yeah.
Oh, what, are you excited?
I was actually playing football, Pop Warner football.
You were playing
too.
Pop Warner?
Yeah, playing
you're
Pop
12,
Warner
you're Pee-wee.
football. Yeah, I'm Pee Wee. Yeah.
I was a Pop Warner team.
We was all right.
What was your team name?
Damn. We was the Hawthorne Rams.
Pop Warner was huge where I grew up.
Me too. Everybody played green and white, don't look right. That was the Inglewood team.
We had Oak Grove, the Rough Riders.
The Inglewood team, the reason they was, I used to always be like, damn, they got the best names because they was called like the Apaches, the Cherokees, the
Natives.
yeah, they was like the Comanches. You felt like you was about to be.
You going into
You
it.
felt like you was just arrows was gonna be sticking out your ass before you left because the Warriors, the fucking Braves, it was
The headdresses and stuff on the logo.
I'm like, damn, we playing the fucking Comanches. Like, damn. When you 12, that name, it's like, man, we got to play in Inglewood too. Shit.
Hell yeah.
I hate playing over there. Like, shit ain't nothing but dirt.
The shitty grass.
Rocks.
You go, you remember.
Yeah.
You remember who had the good grass? What high school had the good grass?
So Hawthorne had pretty good grass.
I loved Pop Warner. Pop Warner was a huge part of my life.
What position did you play?
I played fullback and I played outside linebacker.
When did you stop playing?
I stopped playing in high school. I played 1 year and then I quit because it was like football, hang out with Dr. Dre. Football, hang out with Dr. Dre. I mean, fuck this football.
How'd that turn out? That turned out
I
okay?
think it turned out all right. I think it
I'm
turned
like,
out.
man, I'm seeing these, 6'4" motherfuckers. Like, I don't, dude, salute to you playing football in the pros. Like, you had to be a quick motherfucker to be out there playing in the pros, man, because they big, dude.
They're
They
big.
coming fast.
They're big.
You got to know how to take a hit, know how to not take a hit.
Yeah, and everyone's got a superpower.
Yeah.
If you're up there, everyone's got something super.
Yeah, I get it, man. Salute to your game.
I appreciate
You
it.
used to always fucking get open, too.
Man,
I was like, damn, how this motherfucker always getting open?
7-11.
Damn, you 7-11.
It's always open.
And it's always 3rd and 14, 3rd and 37, 3rd and
6.
First down. Move the chains. It was like incredible. He was an incredible player.
I
man.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
I was a
incredible
part of
player.
an unbelievable team, and that was part of my role. Was third downs.
Yeah.
Got to move the chains to score touchdowns, and Gronk would score them.
That's what I'm saying, man. You
Got to move them.
But
How we looking about this new Raiders? We got TB over there. Is that what the? How do we feel? Fucking Tuck Rule. We got Tuck Rule guy.
it's the fuck rule. But go
Fuck
ahead.
Rule guy. We got Fuck Rule Brady.
Yeah.
Now he's owning the team and he's calling the shots. How do we feel about this? Raiders Nation president.
Raider Nation.
Raider Nation. Damn. Raider Nation president. We'll cut it in.
We feel like we've purged the enemy of their superpower.
That's a Raider move right there. That's a Raider move.
Purge the enemy of their superpower. Hopefully we can plug it in and use whatever juice is still left on it.
I'm excited for him.
Me too. It's like
Pete
he's a
Carroll?
winner. He's a winner. Pete Carroll's a winner.
Geno
Gene
Smith.
Smith, Gene quarterback. I think he's a winner too. I think he got a chip on his shoulder that he ready to get it off. So
That sounds like a Raider.
he wanna
It sounds
he
like
got a lot to prove to me.
It's like a Jim Plunkett.
Yeah, in a way, who was a Patriot,
Was a
first round
Patriot.
pick,
First pick.
first pick. So,
Ashton
it
Genty.
could work.
How we think about him?
Huh?
I think he's going to be a stud.
Yeah, me too. You know, we always pick good running backs, but we don't hold them long enough. You know, we don't get the pieces around them quick enough for them to do what they do. You know, it's either we pretty good on offense and, you know, usually need work on defense.
Yeah, well, I'm excited. I'm excited for the Raiders.
I'm always excited for the Raiders.
You met with, as president of Raider Nation, have you met with Brady yet to tell him what the...
No, I haven't.
I think we should brokerage this meeting.
Okay.
And
I'm down.
Just so...
What I'm going to tell him, don't fuck shit up.
Exactly. Give him the LA shit.
Yeah, don't fuck shit up.
Give him the fucking Raiders shit, okay? You gotta baptize his ass.
Man.
He stole the soul. He stole the soul.
Nah, be like, man, please tell these motherfuckers what to do to get a Super Bowl.
If you're Tom Brady for a day, what are you doing as Raider owner?
Minority owner.
Shit.
As I mean, Tom, I don't know how much he really can do, you know, but add a lot of suggestions to the suggestion box. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Questions.
being an owner and a minority owner in sports it's kind of like just being a
cheerleader,
a super ticket season holder, you know?
Ooh.
It is. It's like a super season ticket holder. You know, you get invited to a few things, but I don't know how much they listen to you.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
Yeah, we'll see.
A lot of it depends on whoever the governing person is.
Well, Mark, you know, one thing, I like Mark Davis. And you know, he's a good dude. He'll listen to smart people.
Yeah.
You know, he's not one of those hard-nosed dudes who's not looking to, you know, get smarter, get better, figure out, you know, who's the best at what they do and let them do what they do without over interfering.
Sometimes you gotta let people cook.
Yeah, you know, his pops was accused of too much, being in the sauce a little too much. I think he take a slightly different approach. He hired the right people and let them do their thing, and you know, they either swim or sink or swim. You know what I mean, on their own.
You gotta, and you know, it's tough. You know, patience is huge. That's a tough position to be in. Because the holy trinity in football is the owner, GM, head coach. That's the trinity.
Yeah.
And actually, it's the quarterback, too.
Yeah.
It's the holy quadrupedy, whatever that shit is. You know what I mean? So you got to have all those. So, you know, but you got to be patient enough to let it marinate. You got to let you got to let the meat marinate. You can't just,
you know, you
put the shit on and put it on the grill. You got to let that thing sit for 24 hours in the fridge.
40 years.
You know, games are long. And you can't panic. You know, you can't win a game in the first quarter, but you can lose a game in the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? You could do some stupid shit. So
that's real.
Sometimes you just got to let the guys play. And to me, it's really like owner, cool, GM, whatever, head coach. Are the guys playing their ass off for this coach? And if they are, you know, you got to kind of let it roll. If they not playing their ass off for this coach, then it's something you need to do.
Yeah, but sometimes you don't have the right players for that coach. That's the thing, you know, like the GM brings in these guys that don't acclimate to the system that they're trying to put them in. That's why it's a holy quadrinity, whatever. That's
why in the big three,
look at this.
We don't have a GM.
See, that's why you don't have GM.
We have a player captain, and he gets to pick two co-captains who he's going to play with.
See?
And then they draft two other players. So
We don't have that
He
problem.
got it all
gets
figured out.
to. He already the chemistry is gonna be there. He's not gonna pick a guy he don't think he can win with, that he don't get along with, that he won't go to war with.
Yep, I get it.
So I think that the other sports leagues need to try to learn a little from that, because GM can put together a bunch of bullshit, you know what I mean? Like, and that you can't really use on the field, or they're not working together.
And then, but it's one of those things where then you got the owner, and then you got the head coach and the GM. The head coach has a meeting with the owner, says, I don't got the fucking players, man. I don't know what to tell you. Then the GM comes and says, man, we got the best players in the fucking league, but we don't have the goddamn coach. And so it's up to a guy that has to make the decision that's not really a football guy, you know, usually in most scenarios, someone that's around the game. You guys were blessed to have Al Davis, who was a fucking coach, GM, commissioner, everything for the league. So he knew football. He could make those decisions. But a lot of the time, these people don't have that ability to know what they're even doing.
A smart owner, to me, would know what he don't know, and would have a football guy.
There you go.
To handle that shit.
There you go.
I don't want to hear about it. Like, go talk to my football guy. I'm just gonna go sit in the stands with my goddamn family, man. Take pictures. We better win.
It better win.
Shit.
And
So,
that's the perfect way to segue into win into the next subject. You ever get hyped for a rooftop hang and then the speaker dies 5 minutes in? Yeah, that'll kill a vibe. But hey, choose chill and crack open a Coors Light. We grabbed an empty cup, popped in a phone, and boom, DIY surround sound. Not perfect, but the vibes stayed high. The first cold sip, straight up clutch. Coors Light is a mountain cold refreshment, crisp and refreshing as the Colorado Rockies. So when things go sideways, embrace a chill mindset and make the most the times you choose chill. Choose Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door. Visit CoorsLight.com/GWN. That's CoorsLight.com/GWN. Coors Brewing Company. Golden, Colorado beer. Celebrate responsibly. Let's go back into time in January 22nd, 1984, where this game, Super Bowl 18, between the Raiders and the Redskins, took place, and go over some of the pop culture. Number one movie, Terms of Endearment. Which one is that?
I don't know, but it was $8 million budget, made $165 million.
I remember this. Is this a Harrison Ford movie or something?
I haven't seen this movie, but everybody I know, like all the women I know that's seen this movie, say it's the saddest shit ever made. Like, they boo-hoo because of this Terms of Endearment movie.
One Academy Award for Best Picture, directed by James L. Brooks.
I mean, so it's a big deal. It's a huge deal. I got to watch it. Number one song, Owner of a Lonely Heart by Yes. Owner of a lonely heart. Owner of a lonely heart.
Yeah, I remember that shit. I had the 12-inch of that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you ever?
They had a beat.
They had a good beat.
They had a good beat.
That could be something that could be picked off and like turned into a rap beat or something. What do they call that? Like when you sample something.
It. Our first song, Tears for Fears had a song, and it went dun 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 dun, and Dre used that for one of our first whack ass songs that he produced for us when we was part of a group called the Stereo Crew.
Yeah.
A song called She's a Skag. Don't look it up.
I got to check it out. So what's life like for you in 1984 at this time of your life?
Oh, man, this was the best time of my life. Like, I'm 14, just starting to rap. Actually just starting to rap. Like, this second semester, January 22nd, like, so this is my first year ever rapping. It's 84. And love Scarface. I remember brothers and sisters, I told you they were older than me, so they would
9 years.
always take me to inappropriate movies and shit.
I had an older brother, 7 years.
And it was double features back then, so you could see 2 movies that fuck up your world. You know what I mean? So Scarface was one of them. I remember when we was going to the movies to see that, and I heard him talking that, they was gonna make this movie rated X, and I'm like, oh, they're talking amongst each other. I'm listening. Rated X? The fuck? What they taking me to see? What's gonna blow my little mind and shit? I'm fucking 14. Like, what? Rated X? Like, they taking me to a porno?
I know.
He said, yeah, but they cut out some scenes and made it rated R. I didn't know what the movie was about or nothing. I just sat in and Scarface came on and my mind was blown.
What did you think?
I thought it was the best fucking movie I ever seen in my life. There was not a movie better than this.
What part?
Every part. I love Tony Montana. I love the story of, this immigrant, being
Political refugee.
Yeah, like being shipped to America and
Hustling his way
up to the top of the shit and like coked out his mind and fucking shoot up, like get his shit shot up. Like it was the perfect movie.
That was a fun movie.
Run DMC first album is the first album I ever bought with my own money.
Wow.
And this is the same year that you started rapping.
This is the same year.
So the huge influence?
Huge influence, Run DMC. Bought this record with me and my man Ronnie Smith down the street. I think I had $7. He had $6. And we bought the record because it was like $12.99.
Where? Warehouse?
We bought it at a record store that was in our neighborhood called VIP Records. It was in the Crenshaw Shopping Center. And we walked up there and bought the record, walked home. Now, it was fucked up. I would keep the record 3 days. He'd try to keep it 4.
He had more money in it.
We'd always fight over that, who had it, that 4th day. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's what I remember from that record.
Sounds like co-parenting.
Yeah, it was. It was for a record. I walked down there, knocking on his door early in the morning and shit. His mother, what do you want? I want my record. He's asleep. Can you go get it? No. You know what I mean? Send me back home without the record and shit. I'm like mad.
These kids don't even know.
Yeah.
Like, I barely know about that because, I was on CDs.
Yeah,
My parents were on that in 8-tracks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, a record was, you couldn't hear it unless you had the record. So you had to.
Or unless you got lucky and heard it on the radio.
Man, who gonna wait up for that?
All day.
You waiting all day to hear some shit. That's what was buying the record was so magical.
It was.
You had the actual song. You owned it.
You owned it. It was yours.
Yeah, nobody else might have even had that record.
No.
They couldn't listen to the shit till you played it.
Gave you a little clout.
A lot of clout.
Why don't you come to my house?
Yeah,
I got it.
I got the record.
Mom's not there.
Yeah, we can
Let's
play it
go.
loud. We can turn it all the way up. We just turn the shit up, open the doors, play the music for the whole neighborhood and shit.
That's fun.
Back in the day.
That is
Have
fun.
water balloon fights and shit.
Man.
Music blaring, parents going to work. We just
Literally,
Hell
fucking
yeah.
basically
ass.
Friday.
Yeah, just acting
He's
an
literally
ass.
it was Friday.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's one of my favorite movies too, by the way.
Thank you.
That's such a fun movie. Smokey, you taking a shit? Hey, Smokey, taking a shit.
Yeah.
You got Q in your house. You got to drop a fucking Friday
Gotta
quote.
Yeah, Friday line.
Shit, so NFL champions were the Raiders.
Yep.
Natties for the
U.
NC2A, the U. What? This is 1984. Is that that's Jim Kelly U? That's the Jim Kelly U.
Wow.
That's a Jim Kelly
Yeah,
U.
gotta be.
Wow. Joe Theismann was the MVP who
Yeah.
the Raiders beat.
That's what I thought. That's why I thought we was gonna lose the game.
He was that good that year. You remember him being that
The
good?
Redskins was they was on fire.
Joe
man.
Gibbs.
You couldn't they was outscoring the shit out of everybody.
Bernie Kosar.
Bernie Kosar.
And
Yeah,
Vinny
Bernie.
Testaverde was backing him
I
up.
remember Bernie.
Yeah,
I remember Mike Rozier too. I
Dude,
was
those
eyeing his
Nebraska
ass
teams.
because I was actually still playing football. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
I didn't quit until 80, my next year, 80, like September 84.
Damn. And this is the year Celtics Lakers, so you're fully.
Man, I was so hurt. Like I get into basketball really fully like 1979. Lakers get Magic 1980, win the championship.
So we're
A trip in 81, lucky shot by the Rockets, win the championship in 82. 83, lose the championship because a few of our players was hurt, lost to the Sixers. So now we're about to play the Celtics. My brother got this sick-ass look on his face. I'm like, why you look like that? He
older
was
brother,
like-
9 years, got a lot of wisdom. What
He
is it?
said, man, we can't beat them. I was like, what? Are you out your rabid ass mind? We got Magic Johnson and Kareem. We gonna beat the shit out these punks. He said, man, I done sat through a lot of these. I said, uh-oh. He remember Lakers are always losing to the Celtics.
Oh.
And so we get in this game and they fucking lose.
They lost.
They lost that shit. This was the worst finals that I ever felt, was this loss right here in 84.
But then you jump in.
But next year they won.
Next year they won.
But it ain't next year right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the
Right.
first time we play in my kind of
New
in my
fandom,
lifetime,
like,
so
yeah.
to speak. And it's the same old fucking song. It's like Jerry West and Elgin Baylor all over again.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys won a couple years before.
Not against the Celtics. It was psychological.
That is psychological warfare.
Yeah, it was the worst.
Man, that had to
And
be
it's
so.
7 games because, you right there.
That had to
They're
be,
one game better than us.
so when did older brother come in and tell you that? Before the series?
Once they knew it was the Lakers versus the Celtics,
He said right away. He knew
he
they
just
were
had that
losing.
look on his face.
And he knew. And
He knew.
that ruined. Were you thinking about that the whole time?
I was thinking he didn't know what he was talking about. I thought he was gonna beat him.
And then old brother was
And then
right.
It was just like,
Fuck.
yeah, he was right.
Olympics held in Los Angeles. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Did you go to
Lot
any
of-
of the events?
Nothing. I was broke.
Yeah.
I didn't go to shit.
I would have tried to
Watched it
sneak
on
in.
TV. I didn't really care. And, I was into hip hop. Like, hip hop was more important than anything. So I was in Compton all the time.
What?
That's your brother right here.
That's my brother, CJ.
Is that him?
It's him back there, yeah.
That's OG.
CJ. Yeah.
CJ, man,
Yeah.
he knows. He said a couple
Yeah.
things that we've already said.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan gets drafted 3rd overall.
Yeah.
Mario Lemieux, number 1 in hockey.
What a year for sports. 1984. Let's
This is a
go.
fucking
Yeah,
year.
it was an incredible year for LA sports for sure.
Now, what do you remember of Jordan when you were a kid?
Amazing.
Like when
I
you were
remember
here,
when he hit that shot. He hit the shot
North Carolina?
North Carolina because we actually watching James Worthy that game.
Yeah.
James Worthy was actually the man, not Jordan.
Freshman.
Worthy was a senior and Jordan was a freshman. So we Worthy is the man. And it's a trip because after the game, we get Worthy. And Lakers get Worthy. And, Jordan, he just goes on this fucking tear. Like, it doesn't seem like after he won the championship his first year, he was just kind of dominant, but they didn't win the championship. But when he got out and was like doing the Olympic trials, he was just killing shit. Like, him being drafted 3rd was ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
It was like he was killing shit. I know they was all after the 7-footers by then, and who went first? Ewing?
Elijah won. Then
Elijah
then
won.
Bowie. Yeah.
I understand that. I understood Sam Perkins too. He big coming off of an NCAA championship run.
You ever get to meet my MJ?
Yeah, I met him.
like early in the world when you guys were jumping in hip hop and shit. Like he's kind of like the hip hop of fucking basketball.
Yeah,
If you think about it.
I met him. Probably like 97.
Yeah.
At
Leg
a
band
Nike. It was a Nike Town event on Wilshire, and he was in there, and I said, "What's up, MJ?" He said, "What's up?" He said, I said I told people Friday was my favorite movie, and that shit got me in trouble." How I get you in trouble? You know all the weed y'all smoking in that damn movie. I was like, "This shit funny." He said, "Shit funny." I remember he shook my hand. This shit felt like baby foot or something.
Like
it was
octopus?
soft as fuck. Like you ain't never did an inch of work in your goddamn life. My daddy hands feel like cheese grater. Your fucking hands feel like a baby wipe.
Did you say anything to him?
Nah, I just clocked it. Damn. You know, you 6'6", so this shit was big, and it just felt like a pillow grabbed my hand. I said, "Damn, you ain't did nothing but bounce a basketball your whole fucking life."
Damn. By
That's what I
MJ,
thought to myself. I don't know why, but I just thought that.
MJ got soft hands.
That's
He
why
got some
can
soft ass
Why he can
hands.
shoot that motherfucker so good. He got them soft paws.
Damn, it probably like a
Yes.
damn.
Sweet.
Who was the first cool athlete you met when you were coming up?
Muhammed Ali.
Oh,
Yeah, and we was
what year is that?
Man, this had to be 80, 87.
Wow.
We it's a trip. We coming out of this place called Macola, where we used to get our records pressed out because we was independents and Ruthless. We would go right there on Hollywood. It was Santa Monica and Vine,
Hollywood.
around there, and we'd be in there. We just walking out of there and shit, and we saw fucking Muhammad Ali crossing the street by himself. "What's up, man?" He's like, "How y'all doing? You know, y'all ain't done." He's like, we make records and shit." And he's like, "Oh man, keep doing positive things, man. You know, boom, boom, boom." And he had to keep it moving.
OG.
But I was like, "Damn, this the champ. Like, this is the greatest of all time right here." Yeah, he bigger
By
than
himself.
I thought too. He was a big dude, like
By himself.
by himself.
Does he just have
Solo.
aura? Does he just have aura?
He had an aura. Yep, he had an aura to him.
Charming
Jordan.
probably too.
Huh?
Probably charming as fuck.
Yeah, you know, it was all love. It was like seeing one of your uncles and shit. You know what I mean? It was just he was as great as you would think he would be to a stranger, you know.
Hell yeah.
To a couple of strangers, because we was all, you know what I mean, we was groupie the fuck out, you know. It was, nigga, this the champ.
Yeah.
We lucky we let him leave and shit. It's like, man, asking him all kind of questions and shit.
You guys are young too.
Yeah, we,
You know,
16, 17, 18.
and he's the GOAT.
He the man.
That had to be.
Yeah.
Can you explain to me the relationship between hip hop and sports?
Oh, man. Hip hop, like, sports without music is just a game. That's how I can explain it. The music makes it all magical. You know, even seeing y'all highlights with the music, it feels like it's you know, kind of in concert with each other. You know,
It's like a movie.
it's the soundtrack of the, you know, other than you guys breathing and grunting and running and, you know, and all the sounds of the game, but to add that music to it, it turns it like into poetry in motion. So
I think it's inspirational too.
it is, you know,
'Cause that's
it,
where guys pull
gets
for
you going.
motivation.
Gets
Guys
you
will.
going.
Everyone's got a pregame list.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everyone's got something that helps them focus.
And somebody playing like some pregame soft shit, you looking at them crazy like, man, that's what you get hyped up on, you know what I mean, Sade?
I just like Bob Marley.
You know what I'm saying? So you want to hear that rough shit. You ready to go?
I would. So this is how I used to do it. My pregame mix, it used to be real hard, real high energy.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I got into movie music, like
theme music.
instrumentals.
Yeah.
So I could focus and visualize what I was going to do on the field. So I'd listen to some fucking Hans Zimmer fucking Inception fucking soundtrack and shit. And like put myself like I was like in it.
Feel you.
You know what I mean?
That's smart because that is situational music.
Because sometimes I get too involved in the lyric.
Yeah. And
So then I'm thinking about the lyric, but I want to make my own lyric.
and you can also like burn out too quick.
You
Like
get too hyped.
you get too hyped. And you dead by the third quarter. Like
It's not a sprint.
You ready to stop playing football? It's like you done had your fill of the day.
1,000%.
So you want to make sure you're not giving up too much energy before the game.
1,000. Summer is almost here, and you can now get almost anything you need for your sunny days delivered with Uber Eats. What do I mean by almost? Well, you can't get a well-groomed lawn delivered, but you can get chicken parmesan delivered. A cabana? That's a no, but a banana? That's a yes. A nice tan? Sorry, no, but a box fan? Happily, yes. A day of sunshine? No, but a box of fine wines? Yes. Uber Eats can definitely get you that. Get almost anything delivered with Uber Eats. Order now. Let's jump into the game. Let's break down this game, and then let's grade this game.
So we'll do the
Yes.
Redskins real quick. Washington Redskins record of 14-2. Head coach
14
and 2.
They were the reigning Super Bowl champs the year before.
Yep.
They scored more points than any team in history during the regular season at this time with 541.
Juggernaut.
Still ninth all time. Also, John Riggins had 24 rushing touchdowns this year, which was the most in the season up in this point. Defense was stout, also only allowed 332 points this season. And future Hall of Famers from this team, Darryl Green, John Riggins, Art Monk, Russ Grimm, Joe Gibbs, and Bobby Beathard.
Man, this is a formidable opponent, man. Like, this is your worst nightmare going into the Super Bowl. A team this good who just beat the shit out of the last team they played in the Super Bowl. So I was nervous as hell going into this game.
Now, I got a real quick question. What did CJ tell you before this game? Because
CJ had a little too much to drink before this game. So this is the only Super Bowl I watched solo.
Where?
In my room, door closed. I was too focused. They were too loud. I wanted to hear everything that was going on. I didn't want to miss nothing, and they were
too hyped.
They was just too fucking loud.
Sound like my dad.
And conversations that didn't have shit to do with the game. You know what I mean? It's like, at least Plunkett ain't gonna stay out all night like Stabler. It's like they just
talking
loud.
talk.
Yeah, and I want to hear the pregame. I want to hear everything. Like, this is the most important game. I'm super focused. I'm so into. I play football, so I'm like into the X's, the O's, the this, the that, and so I didn't want to hear that shit. I didn't want to hear them crying about the game the whole time.
I get it. My dad does the same thing when he watches games. He'd rather watch it at home on his couch by himself.
Same.
So people won't talk to him.
Yes.
And one more thing about this Redskins team, it was the vaunted Hogs offensive line.
The Hogs. They was like the biggest offensive line. All of them was 300 pounds at the time. Before that was a thing. They made it a thing. The Hogs made 300-pound linemen a thing.
Gibbs.
All across the board.
Gibbs.
Yeah.
Love to run that rock.
Yep.
Now, what about these LA Raiders?
This was their second year in LA. They went 12-14. Head coach Tom Flores, Jim Plunkett was benched midseason. Mark Wilson broke his shoulder 3 games later. Plunkett took back over, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
Marcus Allen rushed for over 1,000 yards. They were anchored by a pretty significant defensive line, including Howie Long, Lyle Alzado, Reggie Kinlaw, and Greg Townsend. Hall of Famers from this team: Cliff Branch, Marcus Allen, Howie Long, Ted Hendricks, Mike Haynes, former Patriot, Ray Guy, punter, and Al Davis.
Lester Hayes, too. They had not just Haynes.
Lester Hayes.
Lester Hayes, too.
Lester Hayes was the man.
They would just lock the jokers up on the outside, beat you up, and blitz the fuck out of you.
Yes.
That's what they did all game if you watch this game. They said, hey, Hayes and Haynes, you two have them. Everyone else, let's go get this fucking quarterback.
It was a punt block for a touchdown.
That was the first the first drive.
Yeah.
And that interception by
the nickel linebacker.
Yeah. Like, he never plays, but he comes in. And
but they put that play in because they beat him with that play that year in the regular season, remember?
And they redid it.
And then they redid it. And when they redid it, they made a nickel linebacker, so they subbed him in right before that play. It's fucking crazy. Man, good coaching.
This game couldn't have went no better. As far as, like, blowout Super Bowl, you happy your team is going to win. Because I just was nervous before the game. Like, man, we good, but goddamn, they great. Didn't realize how great we was about to be.
But that's how you should always feel when you go into a war, respecting your opponent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I felt every time I went into they're playing the last game for a fucking reason.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They have 4 wins to get to this spot just like us.
They just won a Super Bowl the year before.
They want to that's a good place to be in, because then you never underestimate them. You know, and then you surprise yourself. What does it mean to be a Raider to you, Q?
You know, to play the game, to win, but pick your own rules sometimes, you know. Fuck the rule book. You ain't got to always adhere to somebody else's structure, you know. I was trying to get to 7. That's a lot of ways to get there. You know, 4 plus 3, 5 plus 2, 6 plus 1, 0 plus 7. So you ain't always got to go the way they wrote it up.
Yeah. And that's the Raider way.
Yeah.
Now, is his eye closed with an eye patch on too? I don't get that. So how's he's the symbol guy? Is his eye?
Yeah.
His eye's closed, but he got a patch too.
His eye is
or
not
is he
closed.
Squinty? He's squinty eye?
He has no eye. The eye is not there.
But if you look at
That's why
look
he's
at
the
his
patch.
eye is closed, and then he has a patch on his other eye,
Well, that's
so he can't see.
that glare that you see. That's not a squint. That's a glare.
Oh,
He's looking through you.
he's looking
You
through.
look like lunch.
He's looking at his 3 Lombardi trophies.
That's that gangster glare.
That's gangster glare.
That's the gangster glare.
Fucking, you guys are just modern day poets. That's all you guys are. Rappers are seriously. Every time I'm around a rapper, these guys they always come up, have a fucking saying right away off rip. That's just how it goes.
It's just the truth of the logo. I know the history of the logo. It's called the gangster glare.
Commitment to excellence.
1960, Al said, "I want the fucking gangster glare."
Gangster glare.
And that's what we got.
And that's what we got. Who's the ultimate Raider to you?
Jack Tatum.
Tatum.
Yeah. You know, he looked like that he'll do everything that a Raider is supposed to do to you.
Poke your eye out.
All that.
Run you
Anything you
over.
think a Raider's supposed to do to you, he looked like he can pull it off.
Now, I know this is Flores' team. Did you ever have a relationship with Madden, though?
No, I stayed a fan, man. You know, I don't like really crossing that line too much because I like being a fan.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to,
I get it.
I just want to, I want to be a fan. I don't want to influence the game in no way, shape, or form. Like, I'm funny about it, giving pep talks and shit. You know, it's like, You guys are pros. Y'all know what to do. Y'all don't need me and my little fucking layman ass knowledge of the game to try to tell y'all how to win. Like,
Yeah, but it's not about that. You're a person that, like, when someone like you would come talk to our team, you could always pull from something. You're at one of the highest levels of where you are in your industry, in multiple industries. So if you can't pull from something like that to help you in yours, then you're a fool.
I could dig it.
You know what I mean?
I've done it before.
I get it though.
I don't seek it.
Yeah.
You know, to me, it's I don't really even like being on the sideline during the game because I don't want to be the distraction. I don't want somebody looking at me and somebody like, get your ass in. What you don't even get your ass in there? What you doing looking at him for? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want them to focus on the game because I want my team to fucking win. I didn't come out there just fucking for no L. Spend all that money on parking and shit for an L. Like, I could have stayed home for an L. We need a W.
Comfortable, eating good food, get better views of it. It's hard to go to a game now.
Yeah, you gotta be ready for the adventure.
Now, who's a player that you watched maybe play that was never a Raider that you thought should be a Raider?
Oh man. Mean Joe Green.
Mean Joe Green.
Yeah, Mean Joe Green.
What a fucking
one of those
fool.
players.
We asked Terry Bradshaw if Mean Joe Green was actually as mean as he was, and Terry was just like, "Yeah, he was."
They rip your fucking face off.
Jack Lambert.
Kent State alum. Went to the same school.
Yeah, Jack Lambert.
No teeth.
Yeah, I used to love that. You know, it's a few dudes out there that I think could have been a Raider. You know, I mean Ronnie Lott was, but
he a Niner.
Yeah, Steve Atwater. You know, was one of those.
Brian Dawkins.
Knock your block off.
He could be a little too biblical. He could be a little too biblical, I think.
Yeah.
You know, he does a lot of prayer. No, I don't think he swore. He lit me up once and like prayed for me after. That's not what a Raider would do.
Nah, he need to walk the plank for that.
How weird was it when Jerry came over? Because that's when I started liking the Raiders low key.
Jerry?
Right.
Jerry was sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah, man, that dumbass Callaway lost the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Yeah, that Callaway, man.
That ball.
Oh, Lord. He just gave it away. So, unfortunately, he couldn't win a ring with us.
I know.
He was supposed to.
That was like a fucking movie. They literally trade John Gruden to the team that beats them in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
How fucking crazy is that?
It should be investigated. That's how crazy it is. I need to go back and look at every fucking second and frame of that Super Bowl.
What, do you think there was a rule broken?
I think Bill dumbass Callahan didn't change the game plan that Gruden created.
That's self-inflicted.
Yeah. Didn't change a formation.
Did
not change one formation. And we lost our center.
Mexico, I believe?
Yeah.
He went to Mexico.
He go to Mexico and shit and like.
Didn't come back.
Yeah. You know,
Super
him
Bowl.
and a donkey fell in love or some shit like that. He couldn't make the Super Bowl.
It's only the big. That's crazy.
Hey, love is love.
I feel bad.
It was the worst day of my life. It was the worst day of my life.
I remember that too.
Oh man, it sucks so bad to be in the San Diego trash ass stadium, which I knew was a sign. We was wearing the fucking sissy white. I knew that was a sign.
What did CJ say? Did he give a sign?
Oh man, I think I went to this game. I think he stayed at home, but
Man.
I think he was drunk then too.
Let's get into this game.
Mm-hmm.
So, quick lead up. Both teams were number one seed from their respective conferences. Onward to the Super Bowl, Washington beat the LA Rams 51-7, and then the Niners 24-21. The Raiders beat Pittsburgh 38-10, and the Seahawks 30-14. This you mentioned earlier, but this is notably a Week 5 rematch, a regular season game where Washington eked out a 37-35 win. Shout out to Howie Long for having 5 sacks in that game.
5 sacks.
Yeah, he's a beast.
In this game, you mentioned earlier, total blowout, but it started with a punt block. Derek Jensen with the scoop and score. Then in the second quarter, Plunkett found Branch for a 12-yard touchdown to make it 14-0. Before the half, Washington got greedy, trying a screen pass from their own 12-yard line, and Jack Squarick picked it off and had a pick six.
Which they scored on in the Week 5 game, which I believe came and made the turning point of the game after that was in the second half. I believe Washington went down and scored, didn't they? But because everyone was talking about the 17-point comeback from Week 5. I think the turning point of this game was LA jumped up 21-7 or 3, I think, right? 21-3.
21-3, yep.
And the other team, they scored. They came down and had a big play, scored.
Yeah.
And then the Raiders came back and answered, and that was when it was like, all right, it ain't coming back this time.
Yeah, it was over.
It was Dunsey.
That Marcus Allen run. That run was so
cold.
Yeah, it was next level. Like I don't know if I ever seen somebody like turn around in the backfield and then go untouched. Like
floating.
Yeah, like kind of get stopped on a sweep and like
crossfield,
turn it around and then not get touched all the way to the end zone.
He looked so smooth when he ran.
Yeah.
He was just smooth. Look how he held the ball.
Man, he was, to me, one of the best running backs to ever do it.
Hell yeah.
Because of his size, his the way he made the game seem easy.
He played forever too.
Yeah, and as far as short yardage on the goal line, I'll take Marcus Allen over anybody in the backfield. Give me Marcus Allen when it's, first and goal from the 1 or the 2. He always scored. Always. Never seen him get stopped.
He leaped too. Didn't he leap?
He would leap. He would slice through.
You taking him over Bo Jackson? A healthy Bo Jackson, 3rd and 1 and 2? Or it's fourth and goal on the 1.
Mm-hmm.
Taking Marcus Allen over Bo Jackson.
Taking Marcus Allen.
Healthy Bo Jackson.
Yep. Because I think Marcus Allen can do what Bo can do, but I don't think Bo can do what Marcus Allen could do from that 1 yard line.
Ooh.
I think Marcus had more power than people thought.
Just dropped a verse on me.
His leaping ability and his nose for the end zone was unmatched. In the pros, I don't know what Bo did in college. Like Bo the only one that can run a solo sweep. Like nobody else go there. Just give him the ball and let him run. Like he did a sweep and he didn't want no blocking. Like nobody peel off and block for me. Y'all just get out my way.
Stick your foot in the ground
took it to the house.
Go.
Yeah. Took it to the house. Ran over a dude and took it to the house.
I mean, he looked like a bull.
Yeah.
He was 235 pounds and faster than everyone.
Yes.
That's like not
that's
human.
Scary. Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
He was a fucking monster.
Yeah.
What stood out about this game, like, to you? When were you comfortable? When were you excited? You're in your room by yourself. You're 12, 14 years old.
14.
Don't want to talk. When did you fucking say the fat lady saying, I don't even know if we can say that anymore.
Oh, I started feeling good on that second, that Squarick pick 6 before the half.
That was it.
That was when I felt like we good enough to beat this team. Like they're not better than us today. I thought they were a better team than the Raiders going into the game. And I thought the Raiders was going to have a very hard time keeping up with this team, let alone beating them.
Yeah. And they shock and they blow them out.
Blow them out.
Wasn't even
it's
close.
The best feeling in the world.
How'd you celebrate?
I drew a poster.
You drew a poster?
I drew a poster. I drew the Raider logo, but he had like fucking vampire teeth and shit with blood dripping. And I was like, Raiders beat the Redskins 38-9. And I was downtown on my brother's shoulders holding this fucking sign
Hell
up.
yeah.
Yeah, at the parade.
Can you draw? Pretty good? It was like
I used to be great.
See,
you know, I stopped doing it.
You're touched by God, bro. You got that creative shit.
Thank you.
Like, you could draw, man, that's...
Right.
You always kind of want what you don't have. Like, I'm an athlete and stuff, but I always see how like how people in different, you're definitely very blessed, but you know what I mean? You're like, damn, that would be cool if I could just pick up something.
I want to win a Super Bowl too. Shit.
Well, you did. You're the president of the Raider Nation.
Yeah, I wasn't the president then.
Not yet.
I haven't won as president.
Yeah. We'll get there soon. We got Brady.
Yeah.
You got Brady.
Raiders win 38-9 for their third Super Bowl. Marcus Allen had 191 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Super Bowl MVP.
Super Bowl MVP.
198.
The Raiders became the second team in NFL history with 3 Super Bowls, joining the Pittsburgh Steelers. They also became the first team to score in all 3 phases in a Super Bowl. And then in 1995, the Raiders would leave LA and move back to Oakland and then eventually end up in Las Vegas.
How we feel about that when they left?
You know, at the time,
Like, fuck that.
I was so deep into
Work.
trying to be the best rapper in the world.
Yeah.
I wasn't halfway paying attention because I just knew, they suck now. All the good players were gone pretty much. We had fucking Mike Shanahan, who came in and just destroyed the whole aura of the team. And nobody was going to the games, and they wasn't winning. So, LA, we want. If you don't win, you're gonna have some empty seats. So, it was time. Them and the Rams went the same day. They both left town the same day. They both played their last game, I think, on Christmas Eve, 1994, 4, some shit like that, or 5. And they both was gone.
Gone.
Yep.
Because that's when I remember football. I don't remember the LA Raiders. That's when I was like...
That don't make you a bad guy.
I was 9 right there. Or when they moved out there. I was like, oh, yeah, whatever. The Raiders are here. I'm Niners fan.
Yeah,
bro.
the 49ers was coming alive by then.
Well, they were still riding the heat of the late 80s, but Joe was gone, so my family was kind of divided. Like, we were huge Joe Montana fans.
Yeah.
And when they replaced him with Steve and they traded it, like, my dad stopped. We became Chiefs fans for a sec. Because,
Man, how do Steve Young get in the Hall of Fame before Michael Irvin? Can you explain that to me?
What do you mean?
How does he get in the Hall of Fame before Michael Irvin?
Did Mike not get in first ballot?
I don't know. Mike's
in.
He's in. But Steve Young made it in before.
Steve Young had some records, though. Like some single season shit.
There's quarterback bias like crazy.
And there's quarterback bias.
Yeah.
And he got a Super Bowl at that time.
Yeah, I just say USFL. I say Tampa Bay. I say nay.
BYU.
Yeah.
I
just say the route was just funky.
Yeah, but didn't he throw for like 6 touchdowns in a Super Bowl against the Chargers? Like he had some insane like single season shit. Like I'm talking
I'll give him that, but he wasn't.
With Jerry,
he didn't deserve
to
get in there before Michael Irvin, who came in doing his thing. I mean, I know they was 1-5, but he won Super Bowls with the same team.
Yeah,
wasn't a backup.
I can't argue that. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you.
He beat Steve in a few. I just had a problem with that one. Like, I think Michael Irvin deserved to be in there first.
Mike's in there though.
Yeah,
he's in there.
He's in there 07. Steve Young got it in 2005.
2 years before.
Yeah.
They came out. Did they both leave the same
I'm
year?
looking when they retired.
So
maybe it's a year thing.
It could be because they retired a year off.
Yeah, maybe they retired
the same year. No,
same year. So
they do wide receivers dirty. Like T.O. didn't get in his first ballot, which is
they
insane.
are pretty tight with the wide receivers.
Bullshit.
I'm with you right there. I'm with you.
Yeah.
You know him. You love him. The big guy with the red tie is back in the all-new Donkey Kong Bonanza game on Nintendo Switch 2 system.
In this brand new DK adventure, he's teaming up with talented singer Pauline as they explore a wild underground world.
He can punch through walls, carve tunnels, and rip up chunks of terrain on his non-stop quest for golden bananas.
Unleash your inner Kong in Donkey Kong Bonanza, available July 17th. Rated 10 and up, only on Nintendo Switch 2. Game and system sold separately.
Let's grade this game. This is clearly the legacy of this game is that it's LA's first championship with the football team.
Yes. So that's a high grade to me.
That's a high grade.
Yeah.
What do we name this game? These are some of the names we came up with. Silver and Black Beatdown, the Black Hole 1. This one's for Al, the Marcus Allen game. Just one, baby. What do you like, or do you have something else?
The Silver and Black Beatdown.
The Silver and Black Beatdown. Name the game. Score the game. Is this the greatest game of all time?
Just so you know, Howie Long picked just one, baby.
Howie Long picked just one, baby. But you know that the president.
Yeah, the Silver and Black Beatdown.
Is this the greatest game of all time? Let's score it. Q. Stakes 0 to 10, 10 being the best ever. What are the stakes of this game? First Super Bowl in LA with an LA football team.
Decimal points encouraged.
Decimal points also encouraged.
I mean, I'm going to give it a 10.
10.
Yes.
10.
So we scored this
9.
game with Howie Long. Jack had a 9.2. I had a 9.1. Howie Long had a 9.0.
What?
Well, you got to think about it. We're trying to grade the greatest game of all time. There's been teams that come, they've already won a Super Bowl, and then they go into the Super Bowl. The stakes of that game's going to be higher than the stakes of a single season regular.
But
But for you, this could be the highest for you because it's LA.
It's LA. This is our first, shot at a Super Bowl after the Rams lost to the Steelers, and they did it this time. So I think that's. And it was the only one for 30 years.
30. What about the star power? 0 to 10 decimals okay.
A lot of Hall of Famers in this game.
A lot of Hall of Famers.
A lot of Hall of Famers, man. I got to go with it. It's definitely 8.5.
8.5.
And I think you got to go back to the Cowboys and the Steelers to get more star power. It's like... But yeah, 8.5.
I will say, usually the halftime show bumps up the star power score. This year was Disney. It was a Disney halftime show.
Yeah, that might bump it down, but
that
keep
hurts
going.
it a little bit. Jules?
I went with a 9.
Jack had an 8.5. I had an 8.8. Howie had an 8.9.
Yeah, that's pretty high.
All right, the gameplay of the game. This was a blowout, but there was a score in every phase of the game. Only time it's been done in Super Bowl history. So if you're like a football person, you might like it. But if you're a viewer of the losing team got blown out, or sometimes people want some fireworks. But 0 to 10 decimals okay, Q.
And the Raiders played a hell of a game, too.
I would just give it a 7.5 on gameplay because one team was amazing. The other team was bullshit.
It's an integrity score.
Yeah.
I went 8.7. I was terrified of Howie when I was doing. I graded it. I graded it in front of Howie, so I was fucking terrified. So I had to give it an 8.7.
Nah, the Redskins didn't play good.
Jack's had a 6.4. I had a 5 point because the Raiders had a perfect game, but the Redskins didn't. Yeah. And then Howie had a 9.0.
The name of the game, the Silver and Black Beatdown.
Come on now, that's the best name on the board. I'm gonna give it a 10.
10. I gave it a 10 too.
Exactly.
Also,
that's the best name on the board.
Peer pressured.
Yeah.
Jack had a 9.0. I had an 8.1.
I mean, the Marcus Allen game would be appropriate too, but we gotta say the Raiders in all phases kicked ass.
So the average of all of our scores is 8.59. Where does that lead in?
That puts us tied with our 16 with the Super Bowl 36 Patriots versus Rams, and just behind Super Bowl 34 Titans versus Rams.
The greatest show on turf, the longest yard.
That's too high.
It's too high.
That Super Bowl was it was kind of boring to the end.
The greatest show on turf?
Yeah, it was a low scoring game.
Went down to the last play, a foot from the goal line.
I'll say it was boring to the end. So I ain't gonna go with that one. I think your Super Bowl against the Rams way better and more entertaining.
I wasn't in there. That wasn't me.
Yeah, way better.
Our
more
number
entertaining.
one was a 28-3 comeback. There's no bias or anything.
That's not the greatest.
Look at the
game.
top 5. There's no bias at all.
There's no bias in any of these. Q. I
see.
just saying, dude.
Damn, ain't that something?
The Malcolm Butler game. Who?
It's actually Jack that makes him high, not Jules.
I mean, Super Blood Wolf Moon game, the AFC Championship.
Yeah, that 28-3 game was some shit because I remember watching that game, had a house full of people, and we going crazy because we want the Falcons to win. No offense, but the Patriots they had hurt so many of our hearts over the years. We was like, let's get one for the A. And everybody's talking during halftime. We drinking, food everywhere, halfway paying attention to the game. And I'm like looking out the corner of my eye, and I'm just saying, like, I'm starting to do the math in my head, like,
Do they have enough time?
if they scored, if they get the ball back, they got the ball back. Oh, shit, what? And it goes from us not paying attention to shit to everybody slowly but surely locking back into the game to see the comeback. And, I'm talking to my friend from Atlanta and shit, and he almost shit a chicken, man. He was so fucking beside himself. You know what I'm saying? He was so beside himself. And I was like, man, like, we're going to do a wellness check on you later on tonight because don't kill yourself over no fucking game, man. Like, it was bad. It was bad. But it was a great fucking comeback.
You know what? I'm going to pull from something from this episode. What you said you were what, 14, you went and saw Scarface?
Yeah.
People like you need people like me to say that's a fucking bad guy.
Yeah.
We're the
bad
fucking
game.
bad guy.
Yes, we are.
I just felt like it was playable. Everyone needs a fucking bad guy to look at and say that's a bad guy.
That's him. He could point your fucking finger.
You could point your finger.
You point your fucking finger and say that's the bad guy.
That's a fucking
Look
bad
at
guy.
him.
I'm the fucking bad
Look
guy.
at him.
The Patriots were the fucking bad guys.
Hey, it's cool.
It's all good.
This is what you want in football. You need a threshold. You need something to chase.
And the great thing about this league, there was a time where it was you guys. And there
Yeah.
was a time when it was the Niners.
Steelers.
And
Now it's
then
the
there's a
Chiefs.
time, and now it's the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Who's it going to be next?
Who's
Is it going to
next?
be the Chiefs
Eagles.
Is it the Eagles?
or is it not? Q, did we miss anything from this game?
We didn't miss anything.
Dude,
man. It
I'm
was a
so
great
appreciative.
game.
I am so appreciative of your time. You gave us an hour 30. Thank you. Everyone go out and check out Big 3 Saturdays and Sundays this summer on CBS and Vice. What is the Truth to Power tour?
Oh man, that's my tour that I'm doing in the fall. I've been in the game 40 years, man.
Are you
I started rapping in 1984. Made my first hit song when I was 16 in 1985. A song I wrote called Boys in the Hood for Eazy-E. Rest in peace. So when you got like 4 decades in the game, it's time to celebrate with a big tour, So we're doing a big production to celebrate, from NWA to now.
We got some. Were you hitting like all cities or what?
Yeah, we hitting everywhere.
We go in Boston?
Of course.
I'm going to have to check it out here in LA and in Boston.
Yeah, man.
I want to come
we
check
at
it
the
out,
Crypto.
dude. Because if you haven't, like you said, it's crazy that rap and hip hop they have 40 years under the belt now.
Yeah, man.
Isn't that gnarly? Because you guys are pretty.
Some dudes got 60 years.
That's
under
what I
their belt.
mean. Like that.
Yeah.
It's come that far.
Yeah, it is.
And like you're a huge part of it. And it's such a pleasure and an honor to have you here in the Nut House to talk about the game I love, football, because you're the president of Raider Nation, which is a cornerstone organization for the game that I fucking love.
Yay.
So I appreciate you coming in here. Everyone go check out the tickets to the tour, Truth to Power Tour, the 4 decades of attitude. We all know every song. We all rapped every song. Tickets at icecube.com. Last Friday on the way?
Last Friday's
on the way.
We working on it.
No.
Yeah, we getting it. We working on the game plan right now.
You know, get me in there, man. Cameo.
I keep you in mind.
All right, keep me in mind. Just you need a square white dude, I'm right there. Nerd, something. I can roll. I can roll
No problem,
with it.
man. I got you.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you coming in.
Anytime, every time.
Man,
Cube. What the fuck?
you
You were so nervous.
was I nervous?
Yeah.
Was I?
Yeah, oh yeah. You could
Why?
tell. You settled in when he was like cool, but you were nervous. You get nervous.
Fucking Ice Cube.
I know. I was fucking nervous. I didn't sleep last night.
I literally I've watched his movies. I've rapped his songs. I've grown up with him since I was like the first, 94 and 93, 92 or 94, 6, whatever. I remember that shit.
Everything I've heard about Cube is that he was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And like as advertised.
OG cool.
Yeah, so cool. Is he our most famous guest?
Him, DeVito,
Bon Jovi.
Jovi. Probably Cube. Is Cube? I mean, Cube taps. I mean,
Cube's
huge.
Cube's huge. Oh, Frank Edelman.
Yeah, probably Frank.
He's so cool. I could have talked to him for he has literally 40
I can't believe
hours.
he gave us an hour and a half.
Yeah.
That's
I
why I
can't
had.
believe you said an hour and a half after. I always feel like we're stealing when we do that. And you're like, thanks for giving us an hour and 36 minutes of your
It
time.
was hour 27.
I hope you have
I
fun in
rounded up.
sitting in traffic.
Hey, we told him time and place.
Yeah. No, he was
Yeah.
cool that you
We
could
told him time. He picked the time. He's gonna see the traffic.
you can always tell
He's
if
gonna
a,
see the traffic.
if a guest was here past how long they wanted to, depending on how they operate post show. And he was like chilling a little bit. He walked through like the stuff. And you know when they do that, it's like, okay, he's not rushing.
Well,
to
he's
get out of here.
he's actually a curious person.
Mhm.
If you see and hear how he talks, like when he was a kid, he was he would lock himself and he was really curious about the game of football.
Yeah.
He's curious about the things on the wall after he left. He's like, wait, man, I want to see this real quick. And
That's an artist's trait.
that
Yeah.
curiosity
Yeah.
is awesome. So I try to teach my damn fucking daughter, go be curious.
I mean, that was your note early on in the podcast game. It's like, be curious.
I heard that from somewhere.
Colin Cowherd.
Colin Cowherd just did a show today too.
How was that? Did you talk about Aaron Rodgers?
We did. Jesus Christ, we fucking did. Talked about Aaron Rodgers. God. What?
I was just joking.
We did though.
Hey, if it bleeds, it leads.
Well,
One more thing on Ice Cube before we wrap up on Ice Cube. Him quitting football to hang out with Dr. Dre. Come on, clip. Send it.
meeting
Day one
Muhammad
clip.
Ali in 1987 randomly by himself crossing Sunset. And he's at
There's a great taco
and he-
spot where right by there.
and he's probably at the culture point of where he is. He's the young hot studs of the whole music industry, but still not kind of known
Yeah,
because that's what he kind of explained. That
Yeah.
Ali didn't really know him yet.
yeah. Well, just
Yeah.
And we got to go to the big three he invited us to.
Oh,
that'd be tight.
August 6th?
Yeah, and we should go to that concert too.
Definitely want to hit the concert. Got to hit the concert.
Cool.
We got the business card.
Cube Vision. Sick. Before we get to the post game segment, the Chill Zone, I think we've announced the live show probably at this point. If there's tickets still available, make sure we're coming back to Boston. We're going to be August 28th, the MGM Music Hall at Fenway in Boston. Sick fucking venue. It's where you did the Dr. Phil thing.
That was very fun.
We'll have to sneak onto the field. It's going to be Gronk's going to be there. Jules is going to be there. Some celebrity friends and athletes. It's going to be a whole fucking great night. Just one show. If tickets are still available, get them now. Ticketmaster.com.
It's time for the Chill Zone, brought to you by Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door. Visit CoorsLight.com/GWN. Celebrate responsibly, folks. Every beer begins with Coors.
Was that Diamonds?
I don't know.
Phone number is 424-291-2290.
Hey, Julian. I was just wondering, to take it back to your college days, if you had any advice for any walk-ons, that's just coming into college, coming into their own for the younger kids. Any advice for maybe a zero-star recruit or a recruit that's just, not looked at by too many colleges? Just let me know your thoughts on that.
Advice for walk-ons?
0-star recruit.
My advice would be you have to be first in every conditioning. You have to be the first one there, the last one to leave. You have to make them tell you to leave. You have to know everything in every meeting. You should become very close with the special teams coach. You should live in his back pocket. You should know every special team responsibility. And then whether you're on offense and defense, you need to know every responsibility for that, because if you have any opportunity, even if it's with like the 3s versus the 4s and if you have a play, you have to have a plus play. There can't be a negative play. You need to know where to line up. You need to know where to go. You need to know the responsibility of the defense. You need to be able to execute what you have to do on offense. And if you do that, you might have a shot. You have to have them tell you to slow down. You have to be balls to the walls all fucking day. And you got to stay healthy. So you have to make yourself so disposable. You have to, like a crash dummy in like special teams or in offense when you're maybe a receiver or whatever, and you have to go in and block. You got to have them tell you to slow down. You can't be a problem, though. You can't hurt other guys. You can't hurt a star or anything, but there's a fine line. That's what I would do.
Did Kent State have like tryouts for student body at all?
I don't remember.
Or all the walk-ons are all like through a recruiting process. You just don't get scholarship.
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
At all.
Jules, Jackie, Kyler, love the pod. Eric from Detroit.
Detroit.
I wanted to make a request for not necessarily a game, but an era in sports history. If you could do something with the Bad Boy Pistons.
Hell yeah.
Just, the hate that they got, along with maybe games against Jordan, games against the Celtics, games against the Lakers. Be a hell of a podcast. Thanks a lot, boys. Keep doing big things.
Would love to get that.
Would be a good guest
Isaiah
for
Thomas.
that. Isaiah Thomas.
Let's fucking get Isaiah Thomas out here.
Wasn't Rodman on those teams
would Michael
too?
Jordan not come on then?
Rodman.
But you want Rodman for a Bulls game.
We've been trying to get Rodman we should reach back out on that front on Rodman. Bill Laimbeer. He does media.
Yeah,
cool.
Bill Laimbeer.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas.
Larry Brown coached some of those Pistons teams later on.
Those were I like those Pistons. Those are the ones I remember.
We should try to get AI
with Rip Hamilton.
Yeah, Chauncey Billups. Ben
Wallace, and then there was another Rasheed Wallace.
Yes.
I loved those teams.
Yeah.
And then who's the alien looking dude? Tayshaun Prince.
Yeah. Are you impressed? I just named that whole roster.
I was kind of impressed that I remembered it too. But that was a cool team.
Yeah.
They were OG.
And they won one of those.
They won
right?
one.
Yeah.
I like those teams. I don't know why. I've always had a soft spot for Detroit.
America.
Maybe it's because it's the auto industry, and my dad's associated with cars.
You Ford or Chevy?
Very complex.
Okay, all right. We'll save that for the next episode.
Grew up a Chevy kid. Suburban. GM. Chrysler. No, GM. Cadillac. We were Chevy people.
Okay.
Have a Mustang though. I was always a huge fan of the old Mustangs.
Are you aware?
But also, I'm a huge fan. I like the old Vets too.
Yeah.
I like the old Chevelles. I like the old Novas. I like the old 55 step side short bed trucks. Those 55 when they had was that teeth then? They were teethy. They were like the Bel Airs. I used to like the 57 Bel Air with the wings.
Yeah.
But I also like the 55 because they're a little shorter and they had the teeth. They were a little more sporty. I was a Chevy kid but then it became just I like for collectibles. I like old American cars.
Yeah. And from an era they were built really.
But I like them hot rodded out. I wouldn't be an original guy. I'd put a little like, I'd slam it a little, maybe not slam a little, but I'd make it like fucking badass. Those are sick trucks. My first truck was like a 65. It was my brother's, and then I had it for a little while. It was a 65 Ford pickup short bed, which was badass, and had the old Mustang bucket seats. It was like the biggest piece of shit in the world. 3 on the tree, so it was like right here. I used to have to put phone books on because I was too short to see over the wheel.
That's how Jack has to drive.
No seat belts, and it was okay. It was like legal. It's tight.
You know, I always thought it was fun with like, or interesting with like those American cars. Like Mercury is owned by Ford, it's like the same company.
Yeah,
and
so
then have some of the models.
Chrysler's the same.
And then have some of the models that just be the same exact car, just with a different brand. And that Ford Mustang had a Mercury, like absolute like mimic car called the Mercury Cougar.
Yeah,
that
the
never
Cougar
picked up, but it was exactly the same car as
Not
the
like
Mustang.
exactly, but they were like
close.
the sportier.
Yeah,
they were. I remember the Cougars.
Yeah. Just so you know, an update on the group chat is blowing up about our conversation earlier about who our top 3 most famous guests are.
I saw
Billy seems to think that Rich Ornberger is. Thoughts?
Rich Ornberger?
Yeah.
Very funny.
Big Rich from San Diego radio.
I mean, I bet you, yeah.
Yeah, he's up there. Top 3. Okay.
So what you're saying is that Ray and Bourque brought the Stanley Cup to Boston back in 2001. And all of a sudden, Boston sports start popping off. He just brought the Stanley Cup back to Boston again. Does that mean something here? Does it mean something? I don't know. But I'm loving it. Great day, gentlemen.
I don't want to put that out there, but it's out there.
I don't think Marchand can do the same thing Bourque did because he's already won a cup in Boston. That's a little weird. And the Florida Panthers are a bit of a rival now in the same conference, that I don't think it would be the same. You could do this because this guy's pitching. Brad Marchand takes his cup in Boston.
Did he?
He has the day. No, he hasn't yet. But like when it's his day.
He already had his day?
No. They're just, by the way, if anyone wants
I've been following Brad.
Dude,
he's
electric.
Amazing.
$500,000 bill at 11, I think, 11s or whatever. But sick, right? So this guy's pushing to do a Stanley Cup because remember Ray Bourque said he brought it, and then the dynasties happen.
Well, man, all I know is his fucking stories have been hilarious.
Yeah. I've just been living and breathing with Stanley Cup
He's like
content.
37. Still looks young. Still partying with the young
That
whippersnapper.
one picture the morning after when he clearly hasn't slept yet, has like 3 beers in his arm.
Well, that was the Chill Zone. Thanks to our favorite beer, Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door. Visit CoorsLight.com/GWN. Celebrate responsibly. Well, what a game. Thanks to Ice Cube again. And that's been another episode of Games with Names. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Comment a game you want us to do. And remember, leave us a 5-star review on Spotify while you're there. Remember to follow Games with Names on YouTube, X, TikTok, Snapchat. Leave a comment on the YouTube full episode. We love reading those best ones in the future episodes. Leave a message on the old hotline, 424-291-2290. See you guys next week. Games with Names, a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts.